What are the trends in divorce mediation from East Coast to West Coast? There's another trend over here on the West Coast that I've been seeing, and that has been the politics and how the political atmosphere has created a divide. All of a sudden, people who are politically aligned are no longer aligned. And just like what we see going on in the outside world, it's kind of either you're with me or you're against me. There's no longer that we can agree to disagree. And so people who find themselves on different sides of the political spectrum or have given up on one party or another find that to be a cause for divorce. That is my number two top trend in divorce. Dawn, we have number three, which I think is our common one, which I think we talked about as the one and done sessions. So talk about that.
Yeah, so the one and done session, I like how you phrase that, by the way. I call them express mediations, and it's not something I just came up with on my own, but what it's a trend, what I've been noticing. So take your average family, married 10, 15 years, have a house, two cars, two retirements, and they're ready to move on. They're ready to get a divorce. So in the past, there would be maybe a lot of emotion and a lot of fighting, and it would be drawn out. We could go 5 or 6 sessions in some of these cases. Maybe it's AI, maybe it's access to just more resources, but when they come to mediation, they're ready to go, they're prepared. And I've been completing these sessions in 1 or 2 sessions, maybe, which is super fast. My mind is blown as a mediator because they show up and they're ready to make a change. They're ready to move forward. And they don't want it to drag out in courts, which is why they're in mediation. But they also don't want it to drag out in mediation either. So it's just a trend that I've been noticing over time. But have you been noticing that on the West Coast?
Absolutely. I think that it's actually, again, I think everything generally comes down to finances. People want one
Mm.
and done to save money, is what I see. And so they are able to, especially in the lower conflict folks, are able to kind of give them a homework assignment, give them the list of topics, and then they work out a bunch of things on their own and they come really ready for people to do it for them. But I also look at it as we live in the Amazon world, the Uber world, the Instacart world. Everything is insta quick right away. And so there's this heightened desire to get things off of your list. Not always better to be hasty because sometimes haste makes waste, and sometimes areas that are not explored could lead to conflict later. But certainly, if you can resolve it quickly, all the better. Follow me for more co-parenting advice your children would want you to. Follow Dawn Clement, ESQ, at Instagram as well, because your children will want you to follow her as well.